Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today is my April TBR. This is a very ambitious TBR because I did this really fun thing where I went to the library. I put the Second Inheritance Games book on hold and it was already like in the library, so I was able to pick it up that day and I finished it so quickly. So we already have one book done for the month of April, but I also couldn't resist getting a few other books. So little library haul, I'll show you these books and then we'll get on to my physical TBR, because now over the next 6 months I have a goal of wanting to read 50 books off my physical TBR so that I can sort of try and get rid of some books that I know I will not want to keep. But that is a conversation for a different time, so let's just hop into the TBR because I have a lot of books here. The first book I have on my TBR is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I've heard a lot of people talk about Ali Hazelwood's books. I have her newest one, Bride, also on this TBR, so I guess I'll talk about both of them at the same time. I've heard that a lot of people love this book the most in her women in STEM romance novels. So I definitely wanted to check this out. I have read The Love Hypothesis. It is kind of what catapulted me into reading again as an adult, like post-grad a couple years ago. And then I did buy Bride from Target when it first came out. I have read about 30 pages of it. I get so distracted, so unless like I really sit down and I'm like, yes, I'm going to read right now. Like sometimes I just get a little bit off track. I am trying to read this one since it is my library book, but this one I also want to read. So this one is about a girl named Elsie who during the day works as a theoretical physicist, and then at night she does fake girlfriend escorting, mostly just so that, you know, these guys can get their family off their back, or, you know, to make themselves look good in more professional settings. But apparently the older brother of one of her clients is like, what's going on? And how that kind of goes through. And then this one is an Omegaverse sort of novel where our main female character, Misery, is a vampire and our main guy is a shapeshifter. It's like arranged marriage. So yeah, those are the first two. Next one I have is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I haven't read Icebreaker, but it's an interconnected standalone series, and this is what the library had. So this is what I'm reading, especially as we're coming into spring. Like, I don't know, I could go for some camp vibes. I have a feeling this one will probably go really fast. Everyone who I've seen who read it says they really liked it. Next one is one that has also been super popular. It's been making its rounds on like the booktube community. This is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. It's about this woman dealing with grief, and she is renting or has her recently passed away aunt's apartment, but when she walks into the apartment it's 7 years in the past and there's a man that's there. I keep seeing this around. It seems like one that could be good, so that's what we're doing. And then the last one is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I did not think that this would be the one to take my Emily Henry virginity, but I have beach read, but it's just like not the time for beach read, and this is what the library had, so this is what we're reading. And it's about Harriet and Wynne, and they dated all throughout college, and they broke up, but they're having one last summer with their friends at this cottage, and now they're like fake dating. They're pretending that they're back together for it. So other than Bride by Ali Hazelwood, those were all my library books, and then the rest of these are all physical books, so let's just hop into it. These two you saw last month, Crown of Midnight and Bunny by Sarah J. Maas and Mona Awad. This one is apparently very dark academia with Taylor Swift's new album coming out. I just figured I need to read this. I need to read this so bad. Both of these. I need to get on with this series. I've been wanting to read this book for years. I don't know why. I'm like this. And if it drives you crazy, imagine living it. Imagine living it. Next one I have is House Fires by Connor Franta. This is on my 26 books I want to read while I'm 26. and so I figured I should probably you know, stay on top of that. It's Personal Essays and Poems by Connor Franta, and it also has quite a bit of his own photography from his travels in there. So I figured this would be like a nice short read. I have read his other book, Note to Self, and I really enjoyed it. Next is If We Were Villains, which I really don't know a whole lot about. I think it's, a lot of people say it's like the secret history, but with Shakespeare. So instead of studying ancient Greek, they're studying more Shakespeare type stuff. I love reading about pretentious characters, so I'm excited to get into this. I really don't like this cover though, but whatever. And then the last two I actually am actively reading. City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare I have on audiobook, and I think I'm around 30% through it. This is so big, and for what, in my opinion? I mean, I'm enjoying it so far, but mostly it's the completionist in me that is making me need to read this. And I will be done with the Mortal Instruments, and I can actually, like, move on to other Cassandra Clare universe. Like, I know it's all the same universe, but, like, the other trilogies in this world. And then the last one is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I am 156 pages into this book. I do enjoy it, but it's more of a slower moving book, if that makes sense. But it's so interesting. It very much does read like Gossip Girl, and I do like that. It's just interesting because, like, I hate BJ. He basically is like, I love her and I want to be better, but at the same time, I'm just not gonna do that. I digress. But yeah, so that's the last book. I think it's like 9 or 10 books on this TBR. I know it's ambitious, but when I check out library books, that's just what happens. And all of these library books, I'm sure other people do this too, where you get like so excited about all the books you checked out from the library because it kind of scratches that itch of like buying books without actually buying books. So I'm excited to read these. I do actually want to read all of these. They're all books that have been on my radar, and they're all like new books, which I think is really cool that like the library here has newer books, because I don't know, when I lived at home, it felt like, I mean, home in like Minnesota, like growing up, it felt like the library never had new books, or like the new books that everyone was talking about. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like, comment down below what you want to read in the month of April, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!